about that as you're planning, as you're working your backup plans, as you're clearing out your pantry and your fridge, making your plans for your next grocery run. What kind of things can you get? So I'm going to show you a few things that are already packaged things, and then we'll talk some stuff you can make. So we love, I had to put it in a little container so it was easy to bring. And now I have 3 kids. I think I mentioned that. I'm doing my best with them to get them away from, the same thing, that eating the sugary stuff and having the desserts all the time. And, we don't do cookies and cakes. When we do have them, it's stuff that I've made so I can control the ingredients. So we have things like popcorn. And this just happens to be one of the brands I have. There's a Boom Chicka Pop that I like. I know the light coming from the window is making it very bright. Popcorn it's nice and easy. These are great because they're already portioned out for you, so you're not just going to sit there with a giant bag and devour it. And it's 80 calories. It's got 5 grams of fat, 6 carbs, 2 fibers, and no sugar, 1 protein. So if you're going to do a popcorn, look for organic, non-GMO. You have to be careful with some of the ones that you pop yourself. What are they adding to it? You want to make sure that it's really, the ingredients are like popcorn and maybe some kind of, an avocado oil or something like that, and then salt. They do make them that are sweetened. They do make cheese flavors and stuff like that. So, you can always find some other things, and then you can always flavor them yourself. So we have the popcorn. We have, this is something that you might find interesting. My kids love these and they are delicious. These are Bada Bean, Bada Boom, crunchy broad beans. So there you go. So now you can see it. It's a 100-calorie pack. I buy these from Amazon. It's a box with 3 different flavors in it. They have other flavors that I have not purchased before. This has 100 calories, 3 grams of fat, 15 grams of carb, 5 fibers, 1 sugar, and 7 protein. So this is really good, gives you a protein boost, but they're crunchy. This is sea salt. There's a sweet sriracha and a barbecue that come in the multi-pack that I buy. They're delicious. They're a great little crunchy snack. Again, this is super easy. Throw in your car, throw in your purse. It's not going to melt. You don't have to worry about any of that. My kids love to snack on them. They're awesome on a salad because, I don't do croutons, but I like a crunch sometimes in my salad. So these are really good for stuff like that. I also found, which these are not crunchy like those are. This is Brahmi, I think is how you say it. Can I get come on, focus. Let's see if I go closer. There we go. This is an Italian snacking lupini bean. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. These are marinated, and they actually have some probiotic in them as well. Marinated chili lime. There's a bunch of different flavors. There's a really spicy one that's good. These, again, I put them in salads. I snack on them. For 25 beans in this one, 25 beans. It's 60 calories, 1 fat, 5 carbs, 5 fiber, so you're getting lots of fiber, 0 sugar, and 7 protein. So these are great. And like I said, these are, these now, when they, before you open it, you don't have to have them refrigerated or anything. But once you open, you're supposed to keep it in the fridge and not, sit for forever and ever. But they've got friendly probiotics. There's no like crazy additive stuff in there. It's like whatever the flavoring is, salt, the beans, vinegar. So these are really good. And again, there's a bunch of different flavors. And while I'm on the topic of these beans, they also make hummus. Probably should have closed those blinds. They make this hummus. So it is higher, it's fewer calories than regular chickpea hummus. But it's got, I think, more protein. What is it? More protein than soybeans and less fat, maybe. I can't remember. But it's good. It's really good hummus. Again, I get these from Amazon. I buy lots of stuff from Amazon because they just ship it to me and I don't have to go anywhere. Lots of different flavors on those. So again, it's another option. Hummus is a good option as well. You just want to make sure that you're not seeing a lot of crazy additive ingredients and not a lot of added sugars. And then those kind of things, you know, you throw some carrots, some celery, some bell peppers with it. You can, I mean, you could always do, you could do a cracker or pretzels. You just want to, again, be careful that you're not going crazy on the carbs and that you're not getting a lot of the excess processed. There's a lot of good crackers out there too that are seeds, seed or nut based and not just flours. So those are a better alternative than just your straight flour type crackers. And then let's talk meat sticks. I will post some of these things in the group as well. This Paleo Valley, I recently discovered Paleo Valley. I have bought a few different kinds of like jerkies before, just because again, it was a protein. There's no gluten in them. So you can find some other brands of stuff of like jerkies that are good. I can't think of Epic. I think Epic is the brand that I've purchased from the grocery store and Target before, which is a good one. This is good because it is this is a turkey stick. It's pasture raised, you know, no antibiotics. They're usually, I think, free range. I mean, it's like the quality meats with the top protein quality. Don't buy your crappy old basic grocery store brands. Look for the grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised, you know, wild caught, the animals that are living in the world the way they were meant to be, not the ones that are factory farmed or, you know, conventionally raised. So they have beef sticks and the turkey sticks. The turkey sticks are less fat, so if you have to bring your fat down, this is your better option. The beef sticks are delicious as well. And again, they have lots of flavors. My kids like to eat these as well. My 4-year-old was chomping on one as we went to school today. So those are some really good snacks. And again, like, you know, put them in your bag, put them in your car, have them handy to grab at any time. I also have, you know, again, you need your proteins and some healthy fats. This is the Bulletproof, and I can't get it to focus well on the color. Bulletproof, I can't get it. It's Bulletproof collagen snack bars. So I pulled up on, because I don't have them in the house, I pulled up on the computer, the little funny picture I put of the girl enjoying her snack bar. Those were Nature Valley snack bars, which again, I used to love. They were great. They were crunchy. They were peanut buttery. It was 2 thin bars in one packet. That's 200 calories, 8 fats, 28 carbs, 2 fibers, 11 sugars, and that's all added sugars and 4 proteins. This one, which there are a bunch of different flavors of these as well. This is 220. It's a little more calories. It's 14 fat. This is meant to be a higher fat. You know, they use the MCT oils, the almond butter, stuff like that. It has 14 carbs, so it's much lower in the carb, and only 2 sugars, none of which are added, and 12 grams of protein. So you're going to get higher fat, but you're getting a lot more protein, less carbs, and a lot less sugar. So these are really good options. Again, you can throw them in your bag. Now, they do have certain ones that have either chocolate on the outside, and it's not just your straight up regular chocolate. It's usually like the cocoa powder or cacao and coconut oil kind of mixed chocolate, like making the chocolate that way. Those you might not want to leave in your car because they might melt, but these are fine. They don't melt. And then, some nice yummy bone broth soup. This is a great option, even if it's warm. I mean, this is a great option for a quick and easy. This saved my life when we lost power because I had a gas stove, so I could still light my stove and I could heat myself some soup when we had no power for like 2 days. So things like this are great to have. It's a good snack. It's a good meal, and you can throw some vegetables with it or something like that. Now, when we talk sweet things, because you might want something sweet, you can find hot chocolates. This is Elements. Elements Truffles is the brand. This is their Ayurvedic stuff. They make chocolates, which are delicious, but they also have some hot chocolates like this that are low sugar. It does have coconut palm sugar in it. That's the only sugar that they add. And it's 5 sugars per serving, but you know, if you need a little chocolate flavor, like you could throw this in your coffee, you could throw it in with tea. I've done that, mint tea, and throw this in. You know, maybe mix it in as you're making a protein ball or something. It's a quality hot chocolate that doesn't have a lot of crappy preservatives. And same thing goes with Four Sigmatic. Come on, Four Sigmatic, mushroom, cacao mix, coffees, they have good stuff. So let's talk, there we go, raisins. Raisins are nature's candy, is what my mom always said. And they truly are. There is, for 1 serving, which is 40 grams, there's 32, no fat, 32 carbs, 24 grams of sugar in 1 serving. I have not actually done, it's 1/4 of a cup. I mean, we're talking like a small handful. And who wants to only eat a small handful? These, I mean, I have them because me and my kids use them. We do ants on a log, a way to get them eating some extra vegetables. But this is a good alternative. Now, these are hard to find. It's unsweetened organic cranberries, dried cranberries. It's very hard to find the unsweetened, but if you can find them, I think I got these from Whole Foods. So if you can find them at the Whole Foods or maybe a Wegmans or some other kind of specialty, I think you can get them on Amazon. Price-wise, I don't know if it's worth it. But you know, so these are just straight up dried cranberries, no added sugar. There's only 2 sugars for the same amount of gram-wise from these. You get 140 calories. These were 120. These are a little more. 33 carbs, 2 sugars. So only 2. So this, you could be a good alternative to having raisins. You use a dried cranberry or other dried non-sweetened fruit, which the finding it unsweetened is very, very difficult. So then let's talk real quick about making your own stuff. You can make your own granola bars. You can make your own little protein balls, chia puddings, hemp and chia seed notes is what we call them, notes, because it's not actually oatmeal. You could have an overnight oatmeal. I actually really like cold oatmeal. So you make it overnight and you know, you have just a small portion of it. That's kind of the whole goal with the snack, is that you bring the portion size down. Adding in, you know, a little nut butter to it, or a few pieces of fresh fruit, some shredded coconut. Those are some good options if you're kind of maybe towards the sweeter side. Like if you want something sweet, you're having those cravings for a sweet thing. Those are some things that you can do on the sweet side that are still healthy and homemade, so you can control the sugar. A little bit of, you know, the stevia, like Jason mentioned, is a good one. Or, you know, a little bit of honey, raw local honey, sorry, or organic maple syrup. Just a little bit is all you really need. Another option for sweetening your snacks or your coffee is Flavor God. If you've never tried these, I know it doesn't focus very well, but this is a buttery cinnamon roll, and this one is a chocolate donut. They also have a gingerbread cookie and a pumpkin pie one. It has honey in it. That is the sweetener, but the goal is to use only a tiny, tiny little bit. So technically, if you use what they consider 1 serving of this, it's basically all less than 1 gram of everything. So this is not, let me pour, you know, 2 or 3 tablespoons in and I'm getting no sugar. No, you're getting honey, but it's also has, like this one also has cinnamon, and it's got a little bit of coconut flour, vanilla, sea salt, and some cardamom. So you're getting a nice mix of flavors, and you kind of get that slight sweetness to something without just dumping a big tablespoon of honey in it. And the same thing with this one. This one has, the honey is always the sweetener. It's got cocoa, cinnamon, coriander, cardamom, and nutmeg. So they're very good. We make, when my kids eat oatmeal, I use those usually to sweeten. We usually swirl a little nut butter in there because everybody loves their peanut butter. So those are some really great snack options, in my opinion. I hope you love them. And I can certainly share links to all of this stuff. I'm going to actually be doing a blog post with some other recipes for, or at least linking to some recipes for some other snacks. Like I mentioned, the hemp and chia seed oatmeal type thing, and the chia seed puddings, and some of the protein balls, some of the other options. So don't be afraid to experiment and make things on your own. And remember, dates are, I mean, the dates are a lot of sugar, but they're a good way if you're making a bar or a ball to sweeten and hold things together. So you soak the dates in some hot water for just a little bit to soften them up, and then you can blend it with, the nuts and whatever else to make your bar or your ball, and it makes that sticky kind of hold it together so it takes its form.